up? Welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Rutvik, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I fucking love you. I'm currently in the car because I'm going out. I'll talk more later, but welcome to what I read in a week. I have not done this in literal month. I think so I've done it just once before, and this week I don't have like any specific reading list planned, so I thought like this is the perfect vlog to make. So I'm gonna give you guys all of the stats about everything that I read. I'm a very inconsistent reader, but I'm a very obsessive reader. So one day I might read 2 books and then I won't read anything for the next 2 days. It's Tuesday when I'm starting this vlog, so I've already lost Monday, but don't worry, you guys did not lose anything. I did not read a single page. I did not read a single letter. You guys did not miss anything. I'm currently going to get the car serviced, so it's gonna take like about 1.5 to 2 hours over there. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna sit and read The Pachinko Parlor by Elisa Schuadusipin. This is a literary fiction novel which I recently hauled in my last haul. I am very excited about it. I'm absolutely fucking excited about it because I read Winter in Sokcho last year and I loved reading it because it was just such a wonderfully written book, and I've been wanting to read this book for months and months and months. So I am such a dumb person. Like, I fully charged the vlog camera to bring with me today because I was on a vlog and I forgot to put in the SD card for it because I took it out to import the footage for the other vlog which I filmed. Like, I don't know what to do because I'm running out of storage on this one. I need to get it cleaned. Also, like, should I go back home and get the SD card, or should I buy a new one to have like a backup in the future? Am I gonna be that YouTuber who has a backup SD card with them always? Like, I don't know what to do. Also, yeah, look at my t-shirt. Introvert but willing to discuss books. This is a design which I made myself and I got it printed out. So because I'm starting something, it's in the very beginning stages. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in buying stuff like this because I have many more designs which I made. Yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna stop vlogging right now because I'm literally running out of space and I want to film a little more before I go and buy a SD card. Yeah, that's my decision made for me. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. What is up? Hi guys, it is now 3:08. It took literally like about 2 hours more than I had expected it to take. I thought the surfacing and everything would be done by about 1 and then I would have the car back and then I could go to the next place I wanted to go. But it's 3:08 right now and I am currently on my way to my uncle who is a doctor. After my birthday, literally like the last week of 2023, I got like a bunch of tests done. I have not seen my uncle after that. He's like a family doctor obviously, and I just wanted to take the test results with me and just like discuss them because there are a few things which are kind of concerning, which you guys can like one look at me, you can tell that the fat levels, the lipid levels, the cholesterol levels are not really what I would like them to be because they're not like too bad, but they're still not like as optimal as I'd like them to be. I also have like a very severe vitamin B12 deficiency, which is very like, it is so validating that I have that test results because for the last many months I've been having chronic joint pain, back pain, and just like overall a lot of fatigue and a lot of pain in my body, which is just like I could not find a source for it because I was like getting like a lot of stretching done after my classes. I was making sure that I'm hydrated because the moment I get dehydrated my legs start to pain. So I was making sure that I'm hydrated and whatnot, and my immune system also had gone down because I fell sick with viral for in like about 4 to 5 times in like 2 months, which is so bad. So like when I got that test result, it was so validating, like, oh, this is the cause for everything that has been happening. So I just want to go to him and just discuss everything, make sure like I'm taking active steps to get back and get healthy once again. I was gonna go in Jan itself, but my grandma passed away, and so my entire month of Jan was very occupied in that. Finally have found time to go. But you know what, we're gonna do a review in the car itself. As you guys saw, I did go and buy the SD card, so I've been vlogging a lot. I sat in a cafe and I finished up The Pachinko Parlor by Guustavv. I absolutely love this book. I knew I was gonna love this book, but I unexpectedly loved this book so much more, you know. I absolutely love the writing in Winter in Sokcho. Guustavv is a wonderful writer, and I'm so happy that I read this book because it is also so good. Plot wise, this book is about Claire, who is 30 years old. She's a Swiss Korean woman, and she has come into Japan to stay with her grandparents for a few weeks during the summer. She thinks that she's gonna have a lot of time free because her grandparents run a pachinko parlor, which is like a Japanese style of casino. She ends up taking a tutoring job for a 10-year-old girl named Mieko. Then we just follow this story. It is a lot about cultural identity, about feeling alienated in your own culture. It's about languages, about how your language connects you to your roots, and it's about the loneliness you feel amongst your family. And I absolutely love this book. It is one of those books which is like no plot, just vibes, because if you go into this book looking for a plot, if you, after reading this book, try to find a plot in it or try to find like a proper story in it, you cannot find it because it does not have it. There are a lot of gaps in the story, the way it is written, but those gaps make this story so amazingly good. Absolutely love the writing in it. Her writing just like sinks into you. You don't even have to process it. You don't even have to do nothing for it. You just read it, and as you're reading it, it just like seeps into you. You can like feel it in your body. You can feel the loneliness of the book. You can feel the alienation. You can feel what the character is feeling so incredibly accurately and so in depth and at a really high degree. You just end up like connecting to the book on a level which is completely unexpected. This book is translated by Anissa Abbas Higgins, and the translation and the writing is just so perfectly executed. The writing is just so sublime. This is like a really great example of what a good literary fiction book is, because the writing, it just takes you into the story. As for the gaps I said in the plot, they're written in a way, you know, like I listen to like a lot of like lo-fi jazz because I'm like always trying to find some vlog music again and again. These like saxophone with like jazzy songs, there are a lot of like missed notes, or there are a lot of blank and like a fill in the blanks type of notes. And when the music stops for those few seconds, it makes a song even more special because you imagine what the note is in your mind. That absence is a lot louder than the actual note, and that is what I feel like happens in this book, because it is just so well thought out. And the same thing I also could have said for Winter in Sokcho. Like when I read that book, I was not as adept at reviewing them, as adept as talking about them. Like I could not explain my thoughts and my feelings about them very clearly at that point. But now that I've read a lot and I've even talked a lot and I've learned how to talk about books, I just wish I could have done that book also a lot of justice. So if you're looking for like a really good, a really reflective, emotional, not emotional in like a crying sense, but emotional in like feeling sense, if you're looking for a book like that, this is like one of the best books to pick. You can also read Winter in Sokcho. Guustavv also released the Vladivostok Circus literally last week, and I am now dying to get my hands on it because it is just, I know that is also going to be very good. So that is the first book of the week. done. I absolutely loved it. I'm giving it a 4.5 stars out of 5. If the story like remains in my head, if I'm thinking about it constantly, I will definitely upgrade it to a 5-star. I have another book with me, but I doubt I can get to it right now, like when I'm in the hospital and waiting and stuff like that. I'll most likely get to it when I get back home in the evening, and that book is Your Utopia by Bora Chung, translated by Anton Her. Anton Her is like one of my favorite translators. His translations are just amazing. So I'll get to it when I get back home. I don't have an audiobook to listen as I'm driving right now. I've just been listening to the new Beyonce songs on loop, repeat and repeat. I'm not usually like a country music fan because I never listen to it, but I guess I like country music now because Beyonce is going to release a country album next month. It's like 11:30 right now, and I just got back from playing some badminton with my friends, and now I'm gonna try to read a little bit of Your Utopia by Bora Chung. I don't think so I'll be doing any updates like vlog wise, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right now, and I have just been editing all day. Right now I just got done with like the Monday segment of The Week in My Life, which I filmed last week. I have like about 2 hours of footage, and it is very difficult to edit all of it. Also, why am I looking so fucking white? Like I'm looking whitewashed. Now it's much better. Like the mode was wrong something, but I think so I'm going to take a little break and get on with reading Your Utopia by Bora Chung. Last night I read up to page 83. I read the first 2 short stories in this. This one I'm doing like index rating system. There are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are like 8 short stories, and I am rating each of them in the index section of the book. And the first one I gave a 6 out of 10 because it was okay. I could like bump it up to 7 out of 10, but I'm gonna stick with mine and give it a 6 out of 10. The second one I'm giving a 8.5 out of 10 because it was just wild. The middle portion of it was kind of confusing and a bit like a snooze fest type of thing, but the entire concept of it and the execution of it was really well done. Now I think so I'm currently on page 83, so I want to get like the next 4 short stories done right now. Once I get back from my class, I need to get on with the edit of this video because it's going live today. You know what? That is not gonna fly. I need to sit down, crank up the editing speed and get on with it. We're gonna edit right now. We're gonna edit right now. It is 5:20 right now. I am extremely late for my class. I just got done editing the video and uploading it and stuff. Now I have to run. Hi guys, it is now Thursday and I just got done like giving Kulfi a bath. It took so long because I had to cut her nails, I had to trim her paw pads, and then I had to give her like a extensive bath with like a bunch of medicated shampoos and whatnot. So it is 1:29 right now, and I'm just now like getting ready. I did not give you guys any update yesterday because it got very late at night and I just like did not want to film so late because the lighting is bad. But I read up to like about page 136. I read like 2 more short stories. Today my goals are just to read as much as I can. I've already given Kulfi a bath, so that's like a big goal of mine done. I want to film a video today or either tomorrow depending on how I'm feeling right now. Also, I tried this new shampoo from L'Oreal. I usually use this one. I use this one, the Extraordinary Clay. It's like a very purifying, like it just like gets my scalp cleaned out. I'm running low, so I stole my sister's and I'm using Hyaluron Moisture, and I must say my hair, it's feeling very like wet, like not wet, but just like it's feeling very hydrated. A lot of you guys keep asking me about my hair care routine, and usually my answer is just like I oil it like twice a week and I wash it off like twice or thrice a week. So that's like my only hair care routine. But I really want to develop one because I have good hair and I just want to take good care of it, you know. So if by chance any companies are watching, hit me up. I'd love free products or sponsorships. Like my holy grail, this one, the pore minimizing priming sunscreen from the Derma. It is like the best sunscreen I have ever tried, and I'm someone who has a lot of issues when it comes to products on my skin. I'm very particular because I don't like anything to feel heavy, to feel sticky, or like very greasy, but at the same time I really want high quality stuff, and this one is just like a miracle for me that I found it. It is so good. It is so lightweight. It does not feel as if you have anything on your skin. It is so good. It does not leave a white cast at all. That is like a main thing for me because I used to have a different sunscreen before and that was horrible. It used to leave such a big white cast that I used to not wear it, which is obviously not good. And the SPF in this is also very high. It's like 50 PA+++. I don't know why this segment turned out into like a skincare routine, but yeah, if Dermaco wants to sponsor me, I need to show them that I do talk about them. I am going to sit down and finish up your Utopia, and I will see you guys once it is done. I just got done finishing Your Utopia by Bora Chung, slated by Anton Her. I really loved reading this book, and there were times where I was just like, I did not want this book to end. I've said this many times, but Anton Her's translations are just so well rendered. They're just so flawless that it does not feel like you're reading a translated book. That it just feels very natural, and that just like made me want to keep reading, made me completely disappear into the book. Bora Chung, her mind is just so unique and just so extraordinary. And I did this thing where I was rating each and every short story as I went through them, and I have 4 7 out of 10 stars, which is not a bad rating at all, which is so good, which is like a really good rating. And I have 1 8.5 out of 10, I have 1 9 out of 10, and then I have two short stories which are 10 out of 10. And I really loved this collection as a whole. Not for one moment I was like bored, nor was I like, oh, this short story is kind of like boring, I wish this ends very quickly. No, each and every story was very captivating. When you read it, you like completely feel it. And now my only wish is for Bora Chung to write a full-sized novel. The themes discussed in this book are sentient robots. You see at like a dystopia from a robot's point of views. There are some stories where humans are no longer on the planet and it's just robots and machines and just like metal. And there are stories where robots and humans are living together. It's like a really advanced version of AI and whatnot. And there are stories where you just fall in love with the robots. Like for example, this short story which is called A Song for Sleep. I came very close to crying because it was just so good. It was so good. And then the short story after that, Seed, I also really loved it because the concept of it was, first of all, very outstanding, very unique, nothing like that I have read before. So yeah, I'm giving this a 4.25 to a 4.5 stars. I'm not finalized my star rating yet, but I'm absolutely in love with this. If you love reading Cursed Bunny, or if you love reading wild short stories, this is the collection for you. And that is book number 2 done for the week. I don't really know what book I want to pick. I could obviously easily, where is it? Ow. I could easily pick up The Fury, which I had already started, and I'm like 10 pages in. I could finish that, but I'm not really like feeling called to start it. It is 4:30. I think so I'm gonna read it for about half an hour so that I can see what I'm feeling about the book, and if I'm like sucked into it in half an hour, like then I will keep reading this, or else I actually don't know what book I want to read. I could easily start off with Kai Kai by Vaishnavi Patel, or there are many books over here. The American Boyfriend by Ivy Meow. I could finish up with The Bell Jar, or even like A Study in Drowning. We have Addie LaRue. I don't know what book I want to read. I'm honestly, like, usually I have like a good plan or like a good knowledge as to what book I want to pick up next, because I'm filming conceptual videos or whatnot. The battery is blinking. I need to charge it. So yeah, I will see you in a bit, and then I'll give you an update on The Fury by Alex Michaelides. On Friday, and I am finally getting somewhere with The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I'm currently on page 109. I just started Act 2 of the book. The main character is dead, and now we're gonna go into the backstory, into the investigation and whatnot. The book is kind of different than what I expected. Like, I expected it to be very fast-paced, very thrilling, very adventurous and stuff. I'm loving the narration of it. The narration style is very much like up my alley. I usually love books which are like narrated, like as if someone is telling the story to us, and this book is perfectly that. I have 225 pages to go. That is my little update. I have high expectations still, and I hope they are fulfilled. Okay, so I made it past Act 2. I'm currently on Act 3 and on page 206, and I'm gonna take a break over here because I have to leave for my class. But like, a plot twist has happened just now, and I don't know what to feel about it. Like, it is good, but I want to see how it plays out in the end. I'm like about 207 pages, which is about like 66% something. At this point, like, a lot should have had happened in like a regular thriller. I don't really know. I can't like give my full opinion yet, so I'm just gonna shut up. Hi, good morning. It is Saturday now, and last night I finished The Fury by Alex Michaelides. So let's talk about it. I don't know if I gave you guys the plot line of it, but it is about like a group of people, seven of them, who are trapped on an island, and there's like a massive windstorm, and one of them is a murderer. So it's very Andan Darvanan by Agatha Christie-esque in the plot promise of it. The story is very different from Andan Darvanan. There's no similarity at all. The main character over here is Lana Farrar. She's like a really massive movie star. She's a retired movie star, and she is on the island with her son, her husband, with her best friend Elliot Chase, who's the narrator of the book, her other best friend Kate, who is another actress. There is Agatha, who is like the caretaker, and Nikos, who is the caretaker on the island. Get this story from Elliot Chase's point of view, and the story is written very much as if like he is narrating it, and that is one of the narration styles which I really love, when we have just one narrator who is telling us a story. That is like one of my favorite types of storytelling to be found on the face of earth. And the mystery aspect of it, I thought it was very okay, because I guessed the plot twist from like a mile away. I am suspicious for all of the characters, and whenever I'm reading a mystery book, I always read between the lines just to see any foreshadowing clues and stuff, and I saw like the plot twist coming in like a mile away. Not like the exact nature, the way it played out, I did not see that coming, but I had my suspicions and they were correct. Despite all of it, I think so I'm going to give this book like a 3.5 to 3.75 stars. But the main critique I have for this book is that it dragged a lot. It was very slow paced than what I expected. Like you'd expect like a thriller to be very fast paced, like if not fast, like at least medium fast. This always was on like the medium slow side of the things. And in one sense it is good because in the beginning we have so much of character study, we have so much of like psychology behind each and every character's behavior. We just digress so much, we just go in all these different tangents, and it is very like self aware that it goes into tangents. But even then I feel like this book is 334 pages long. I feel like it would have worked so well if it was fastened and edited down to like about 260 to 270 pages, because there's not much material other than that in here. The mystery is good, the thrill is good. Like this book will keep you invested in it, but towards the end you will be like, oh my god, please hurry up, I want to get to the end. And that is something which a book should not do. You love the story, you love the characters, you love the complex morally grey character, the atmosphere on the island, you love like the juicy gossip and dark secrets that everyone has. But after one point you're like, get a move on. If the pacing was fixed, it was like a really good thriller. There is like one last plot twist in here which I did not see coming, but at the same time I like saw the hints to it. Like it could happen, but I did not give it that much gravity that the person who did it had the capability to do it. But yeah, it happened, and that was like shocking for me. So yeah, I am now very interested in reading The Silent Patient and The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. That is book number 3 of the week done. I feel like I wanted to title this video as like what I read in a week as a inconsistent obsessive reader. Last week I finished 3 books within a span of 30 hours, and then I did not read for the entire week. The week before that I read like 2 books, and then I did not read anything for like the rest of the week. This week, honestly, like me filming this video, I've been a lot more consistent with reading. I've been reading at least a little bit here every single day, except for Monday when I did not read anything. I don't know which book I want to read now. I could start off with like a thick chunky book, but I have to film a YouTube video today. I have to edit it and post it today itself, because I was supposed to film it on Thursday, but Thursday got postponed to Friday and Friday got postponed to today. So yeah, that is what I have to do right now. Yeah, I will see you guys once I have decided what book I have to pick. In the meantime, if there are any montage clips, enjoy. Okay, I just got ready and it is time to film the video. I took down of the books which I wanted to include in the 2024 TBR, and look at it. Like, who the fuck does this? Like, who the fuck does this? Although, let me give you a quick little update. I started reading We All Want Impossible Things by Catherine Newman. I had like a half an hour in between, like getting ready, and like there was a lot of noise. Our house help, she was washing dishes, and it was just very noisy. So I started reading. I am 13 pages in. I just got done with the prologue and the first chapter, and I cried within the first 10 pages. And I just know that this is going to be a very special book. It's gonna touch my heart, and it's gonna be one of the best books I ever read. So I am very, very excited to read this today. It is now Sunday. Yesterday I was hoping that I would finish We All Want Impossible Things by Catherine Newman. I last gave you an update when I was like about 11 pages in, and that is all I read yesterday, because I was like very busy with the video and it took a lot longer than I thought that it would to edit and stuff. And then later at night I went and played some badminton with my friends as usual, and then later at night after that I was like, I'll go home and I'll finish this book before I go to sleep. But then I got a notification that one of like my favorite music reaction channels, HT Hayes, he was reacting to the Beyonce self-titled album on Twitch, which was like a live stream reaction. So I was like, of course, like obviously I have to go and watch it. So that live stream went on till like 2:30 a.m. I could not read anything, but I have been reading today and I'm currently on page 54. So I've read how much? 54 minus 11. That's like about 43 pages so far, and I'm lacking this book. I'm lacking it a lot. The story is very, very heartbreaking, yet it's written in a way which is so funny at times, but then out of nowhere it will literally just like plunge a knife into your heart. And there are so many moments where at the beginning I was laughing because of how humorous it is, but then immediately, like 2 paragraphs down, it mentions something and it's just like, so that just like adds so much to the book. I am in love with the entire characters, all of the characters over here, and I'm so excited to see how this book goes. I think so it will take me about like 2 hours to finish it, maybe 3 hours if I take breaks in between, but I'm very excited to read this. I think so this has like a really high potential to be like a 4.5 stars and above because of how amazing the story is and how emotionally like provoking it is, you know. Cover, it is so symbolic to the story. Like I literally came across the mentions and the references to the cover, and that just like adds so much to the entire aesthetic of this book. Okay, I am currently on page 148 and I don't know why, I just can't stop crying. I can't stop crying. Like the book is sad, but it is not like rip your heart out type of sad, but it's just so real. It is so real, so vulnerable and heartbreaking. It is so funny. Like that is literally what I've been feeling. Like I've been laughing and then out of nowhere there will be a knife and it's like, and then I'll cry and then I'll again revert back to laughing. This is like the most emotionally charged reading experience I've had this year. I've not even cried this much for The Collected Regrets of Clover. So that just says a lot. Like it says a fucking lot. If here we have a 5-star on our hands. I'm on page 148, so I have about like 57, 58 pages left, and I'm gonna finish it and then I'll give you guys like my final thoughts, because at this point I just need to finish and just get the story like completely inside me. It's just so good. It is 5:40-ish right now. I just got done with We All Want Impossible Things and I'm a wreck. Like I am a wreck. I just read one of the best books ever written. It's no second thought 5-star. I just want to cry. Can't even like properly wrap my thoughts, and I can't even properly talk about it. Like I don't think so I can properly review this book right now, so I am not going to. But if my really raw reaction says something, if you want a book about friendship which is funny, heartbreaking, but so incredibly real. I don't know how this vlog has been so far. Like I read a lot of good books. I started off with The Pachinko Parlor and then I moved on to Your Utopia. Then even The Fury was good, but this book was like the cherry on top for this week. It was so much love in it. I guess that concludes the what I read this week video. I don't think so I'm gonna read anything tonight because I just need to process this. I need a little break before I start off next week's reading, so I don't think so I'll be reading anything else today. Thank you so much for coming along for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below anything you want, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.